Hi everyone, welcome back to Mask Monday. Today I'm going to be doing the second part of the Boscia little trial kit that I got, where I had the bright white mask and the luminizing black mask. And I have a little follow-up information for you on this because I did try it again. And so I'll let you know how that went. But today we're going to be doing this mask. So this is another peel-off mask from Boscia, and it is supposed to shrink your pores, firm your skin, and reduce inflammation, and of course whisk away the top layer of dead skin cells, because it is a peel-off mask, which I kind of like peel-off masks, as you know. So I'm hoping that my experience with this one will have a positive effect on the outcome with this one. So I'm going to clip my hair up and we'll get started. Okay, so it's a really dark, thick liquid. It doesn't really have much smell of any kind, and the instructions tell you to, well, they vary. On the Sephora website it says apply an even layer to clean, dry skin. The back of this says apply a thick layer, so I think I'm going to apply a thicker layer. And you want to avoid the eye area. You want to just go up to just below the orbital bone there, and obviously you want to stay out of your eyebrows. So, and this says 15 to 20 minutes. The back of here says 30 minutes. So let me go ahead and I'll start putting a little bit of that on. So I think the key here to get enough on is once you've spread it on and you look in the mirror, if you can see a little bit of your skin showing through, you want to go ahead and apply another layer. Otherwise, there may not be enough product to hold together for you to remove it. And it's very tacky. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and set my alarm. I had it set for 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set it for 20. And see how I am after 20 minutes. So we'll get going there. And while this is curing, I have a few questions for you. Well, first of all, I wanted to do a quick follow-up on the bright white mask that I did a couple of episodes back and had a terrible time peeling it off, and so many of you said you need to apply a thick layer. Well, I actually really had thought I had applied a thick enough layer, and I felt like when it dried down, it got thin. It like thinned out over my skin for some reason. So I did go ahead and tried this another time on my own, applying twice as much as I did the first time. Of course, it took twice as long to dry, but it did peel off a lot better. And as many of you mentioned, it really my skin really did look pretty once I was done using this. So I have a feeling both these masks are a little trickier to apply than maybe a regular mud mask or a sheet mask, because you really do have to make sure you get enough product on there. And they do take a little bit longer to dry down so that you can remove them. So this is a fairly significant time commitment. You don't just slap it on and then go. It does take a little extra time. But if the results are worth it, it's something you do once in a while. And I actually really love these peel-off masks. They're so much fun. But they are a little bit more of a time commitment. So the other thing, last week was such a crazy week with the weather. We had that bad snowstorm come through. You know, I live on the East Coast, the Mid-Atlantic, just outside of Washington, D.C., and we got a bad ice storm, and then the next day, you know, about 24 hours later, we got a snowstorm, and we were without our power for about 24 hours, which, you know, I consider myself lucky because there were a lot of people who were without power a lot longer than that, but it did kind of mess up my filming and editing schedule a little bit, so there was very little I could do about that, and so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and step away, let this work its magic. I'll be back when it's dry, and we will do the removal. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. My timer has gone off, but this still is a little tacky to the touch. So I'm going to go ahead and set it for probably about 5 more minutes. So, you know, I probably could peel it off, but I think sometimes it's better, they come off better, if you allow them the full amount of time to dry. So I'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay. So it's been 25 minutes. This feels really dry, and I can get it to lift a little bit around my mouth. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel. Much better. So I think even after I went back and did the white one again, this one peels much better than the white one in general. The white one peeled better after I put more on, but this one really holds together better. There was no way I could have gotten a big piece of like this off. As I'm, yeah, hello. Not gonna lie, that hurts a little bit. Alrighty. Yeah, be really careful not to get it like anywhere you have hair, which, you know, it's kind of like all over your face, right? I have hair, little hairs everywhere. Alright, I'm going to step away and just wash the rest of this off. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went into the bathroom and took a warm washcloth, and those little bits and pieces that were still stuck to my skin, they wiped right off with a little warm water. It was not hard to get it off. I think all in all, I like this mask quite a bit. My skin feels nice and smooth. It does not feel dry. I don't think it's that kind of mask. It's not a drying kind of mask that's going to dry you up. My skin does feel a tiny bit tighter than it did before, which I think is understandable because it's just like I did a deep cleaning, so I would naturally want to apply some kind of moisturizer on there. But I like it. I actually, out of the two, I like the black one better. I think it dries down better. It peels off a little bit easier. I think they both left my face feeling fresh and lovely. But I think, you know, these are just this came in a little trial set at Sephora. I'll put the price down below, with this little hydrating tree beauty oil, which I didn't talk about much in the earlier video. Has like a little bit of a rose scent, and you know, obviously I think you can apply this to your skin after the mask. I think that's the intention. Of course, I would never ever put oil all over my face because I'm way too oily. But I'm just tapping. It has a little it's not really an applicator, but it controls how much oil comes out, which is nice. And I'm just going ahead and just tapping it where I'm dry, which would be under my eyes. But it does have a little bit of fragrance. It's like a florally, I would definitely say it has a rose fragrance to it. But if you're very dry, this might be something that you would enjoy. That's not me. But I loved this little trial kit. It was a lot of fun, and I would definitely, you know, I'll definitely use up this. I probably have one more application in here, so I would say there's probably about 3 applications in each one of these little deluxe sample sizes. So that's a good amount for you to try and see if you like it, that you would want to purchase the full price, and then you can decide which one you like better. I have one question for you today because we're nearing the end of the year. And I'm wondering, do you guys do New Year's resolutions? Are you into New Year's resolutions? Do you have beauty resolutions? I'd be curious to know what you do at the end of the year. I definitely find it's a time to reflect and really kind of think about any goals and accomplishments I want to achieve for the next year. So I'd be interested in knowing what you do at the end of the year, if you have that reflection period and write down any goals. Do you have any specific beauty goals? Do you have just general life goals? You know, inquiring minds want to know. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.